What's up, folks? Here we are on part 8 of our Road to Masters, and we got an interesting one today. We're going to be covering 4 races today, and our first one here is at, once again, Austria. I mean, I don't really have a distaste for any of the tracks in the game. I enjoy them all. I think they're all pretty tracks. They're all decently fun to drive. I just want to see some more variety. It feels like I've still only done, like, maybe half the tracks in the game on this playthrough. But nonetheless, here we are on another race on Austria, and yeah, this is currently the last. Well, it will be the last episode of Road to Masters filmed on the previous patch of the game. At the time of recording this, I am recording this commentary on the day that the patch came out. So any future Road to Masters videos from here will be post-patch. I will have a video coming out in the next day or two, which is my second league race. It's round 2 of Hyperdrive, and that too happened. It happened this previous Sunday before the patch, so that is also pre-patch. Just wanted to let you guys know if you're trying to, learn the game post-patch. This video and my next video are not post-patch, so sorry for those disappointed by that. But it is what it is, and we ain't gonna waste this footage because, yeah, I ain't skipping out on any races on this Road to Masters. If I did the race, it's gonna be in the video, for better or for worse, which sounds bad because you're kind of, even when you're playing by yourself, you're always basically playing in front of an audience because it's always going to go out. But at the same time, it kind of helps keeps things in perspective for me, I think, where it's like, hey, I got to at least control my emotions enough to be YouTube appropriate. And I got to consistently output driving that I want to be seen. So it kind of keeps me more mentally focused on my consistency, and it also keeps me more mentally focused during my preparation, which I think is overall help me. But we're still very early in this game, so we will see if the fruits of our labors pay off in the long term. As you saw, we got pole position, another solid lap here in Austria. Got plenty of laps in this track, especially since about 2 weeks ago it was a event race, which I did participate in, so yeah, got plenty of laps in on this track. We get a great launch off the line. We pray to our gods to not get beamed. We don't. One more corner to get by, where we hope that we don't get beamed. While we do have a great gap behind, you can still never know who's going to launch it up turn 3 at Austria. But luckily, we get through just fine. Cars behind did not have a good start. They are battling very heavily here at the beginning, and we easily break out the DRS here and set ourselves up good for a nice first race of the session. And a good first race of this session we would indeed get as we come across the line. Give a nice woo because we still haven't unlocked any good celebration phrases. I'm still really hoping for another get in there. If I could have anything, I would want a wee in there. But we take what we got right now. At least we got a livery and a helmet design that we are happy with. And now the important question: do we get promoted? Fuck no. And after about 15 minutes of trying to find another race, we get into this race, or it's another one of those sessions in progress. We make the lineup 6 drivers, so reaching our minimal of what we want in a lobby. We'll be starting at the back here at Belgium, and while it is a small lobby, we do have 2 other drivers in gold here. So typically speaking, you're going to get more points for beating drivers with higher ratings than you are from like bronze drivers. So if I could have a perfect lobby, I want a 20-man lobby of all Masters. No, all Gold 3s, because we want to be the only Masters. We want to be the first. We're definitely not going to be the first because, I just don't have the time to grind during the week with work and such, but we make do with what we can, folks, and just have fun along the way. Fantastic start. We make the right call to go around the outside. We are not going to fight to the death here. I do get a warning for track limits. Me and him bump wheels, and he crashes up. I feel I definitely gave him plenty of room, but he didn't quite have the grip to keep things tight up El Rouge, which is another really important reason to have good setups, because not only are they faster, but a large majority of the time they're actually a lot easier to drive than the default setup. So they're just all around better in every way, shape, and form. I remember back in F1 2019 when I went from a default setup grinder to a guy with setups when I started league racing, and I was immediately more than a second faster on literally every single track in the game. It was insane, if not 2 seconds faster. So yeah, setups, very important. Doesn't matter what patch you're playing on. And speaking of that, when the patch comes out, I will warn you guys, make sure you update your setups. The setups that we are running right now are not going to be the optimal setups in the new game. I've seen a lot of people get thrown off by me saying that in Discord chats, but yeah, that's another piece of advice you can take from this video. Great start here. P4 so far, just being smooth and doing our own thing. And yeah, at the end of the straight, things started to get a little bit spicy. They go side by side ahead of me. One goes deep, one locks up on the inside. I'm confused where to put my car. Oh, I tried to dodge him on the inside because I thought I was going to get an undercut, but he clips the car in front. Luckily, when he spins out, he goes so we don't, for the third time, get bullshit wing damage. But now we're going to get attacked by the car behind, but we're going to get great traction out of the corner. We're going to burn some ERS to make sure we stay ahead of him. I also noticed on the first lap that we are like the most stable car coming up El Rouge, so I'm really confident that I can carry more speed up over here and not get re-overtaken by him down the hanger straight. And if anything, I'm going to get really close to the car in front of me down the hanger straight, even though we don't have DRS yet. I mixed up my RSs there, folks. So yeah, now we're in a solid P3 on only the second lap, and it seems like the cars ahead, from what I could see, don't seem to be the type yet, at least it seems, to take me out on purpose. Could this be the time where we finally break the curse and win one of these sessions that we join in progress? And now we're getting to the money laps here. DRS is activated. We're putting in fastest laps of the session. The top 3 are just getting closer and closer rather than spreading apart. And yeah, things are about to get spicy here. I knew that this is a good opportunity to get one, if not both of them, on this straight. I got plenty of ERS saved up. I'm fast as hell down the straight compared to these guys. As you can see, I'm already gaining even before the DRS comes on. I can't tell if I'm going to gain enough to make a move. I'm going to at least be able to get the leader who had no DRS, and I might be able to get this guy's as well, but I decided to play it safe, which is good because he turned in early. So if I would have tried to go alongside, I would have just got turned in on. And yeah, that was a good combination of a lot of skills I've been trying to preach here. You know, not burning off your ERS and taking your opportunities when you see them. You know, passing that leader there was free. He had no ERS or DRS. But then also knowing where to pick my battles and just slot in and be patient. It was a combination of those 3 mental skills all thrown into one straightaway there. So yeah, good lessons to learn all through this video so far, except the fact that this is on the last patch and the cars do drive different in the next patch, which I am still debating whether or not to make a video about. By the time I would get one out, it would kind of be beating a dead horse. Anyone that would be looking up what's different about the patch already would have found it elsewhere. So yeah, now that I'm talking about it out loud, probably not going to make a video about that, but I will address it in the videos regardless. So I guess it kind of just killed 2 birds in one stone with the whatever video comes out first after the new patch, which will probably be another Road to Masters, but we will see. And this is a great opportunity for us to finally go last to first in one of these races where we don't qualify. I could tell he was braking early there. He wants me to pass him because he wants the DRS down the straight. You know what I said? Fuck it. He can have it. I'll take a better run up this straight. I will burn ERS because I know he's basically out of ERS, and I know I get a much better run up El Rouge and down the hanger straight, and it looks like I've made the right call here. I get a much better run down the straight and use my extra juice that he doesn't have to just nullify the advantage that he would have from the DRS. And now I have this entire lap to try to open up the gap as much as possible to, you know, before the next lap starts, to make sure I can hold off this position for just one more lap. And I did open up gap ever so slightly, but he is still not that far off. He was definitely running a lot more downforce to me, so in the more cornery parts here at Spa, he was definitely quicker in comparison. But down the straights, we are just leaving him for dust. We still got 35% juice. We're going to burn most of it up this straight to make sure we keep the position. And yeah, you can see if that great run out of turn 1 and our great straight line speed, we're going to be able to stay ahead no problem. And I think finally this curse is lifted. And don't worry, we did not speak too soon. We did indeed pick up this win with fastest lap as well on the last lap, which always feels satisfying. And we go, even though it's only a 6-car lobby, hey, we went last the first against some upper tiered players in ranked play, and we finally broke that curse. The thing I was just happiest about, even more than the result, was just having a race where I functioned around other human drivers, and they didn't take me out on purpose. It's the little things in life, you know? And after the podium celebrations, we see, deservingly so, we finally get promoted to Gold 2, and what a way to do it after, like I've been saying, breaking the curse. 2 milestones in this playthrough done in one race. Going last the first, winning a session in progress, and ranking up to Gold 2, which means we only have 2 more ranks to go. We got to get to Gold 3, and then right after that, it's Masters. And heading into this next race now, it will be another race at Miami. We have been getting Miami a lot, not as much as Austria, but I'm kind of okay with getting Miami more because it's a new track, and I'm biased because it's my home race. So, hey, at least I'm honest about my biases, right, folks? So yeah, it's going to be another qualifying session here. I'm probably going to skip this because you guys have seen me do plenty of qualifying sessions here at Miami. But I'm too aggressive on my lap, and I invalidate it like an absolute idiot. Luckily, again, though, it's only a 6-player lobby. So now that we've broken the curse, maybe we can get an actual streak going of last the first, except this time we're at the back at our own fault instead of just joining a lobby late. Yes, again, people say, oh, you do that on purpose. Nope, we're not doing that on purpose. I mean, on accident. We are doing it on purpose. See, now people really are going to think I'm doing it on accident. I go out wide on purpose. And again, it is the strat, the absolute strat. Maybe that is just the open lobby / rank play strat. Purposely go out wide, turn 1. And just like that, out of 7, actually, I'm wrong. There was 7 drivers, but the other one started behind me because he joined during qualifying. So still, this isn't quite last the first, but we started in the back after invalidating like an absolute pleb. I was just on mental autopilot and made a lazy mistake. Absolutely no excuses here. Got to be better than that. Got to make sure I'm mentally on my A game no matter what, even when I feel like I have a pace advantage. But here, we are already second place in this race, coming through the tricky section. And here I kind of got mad at myself because I'm like, man, look how much of a pace advantage we got. We should have had pole position, no problem. We get a little touch from the rear, but I can't really blame him. He probably couldn't anticipate how much the leader was going to be slow through there. And I knew here that the leader was going to absolutely burn his juice down the straight to stay ahead of me because he was feeling the pressure so much. So I just didn't really worry about it so much. You have to brake deceivingly early for this corner. You understeer like mad coming over the crest of a hill. He goes in too deep, retires as well with the rage quit. And just like that, now we are in the lead. But we are not out of trouble yet, as the second place car here is still within our DRS range. Hopefully we can use this lap to flex our pace, break out of his DRS, and bring home what will be a boring race for you guys, but a happy race for me where I don't have to deal with people. And I really wanted to keep this streak going of wins. I was really feeling good after finally breaking that curse of lobbies I joined in progress and not winning. So coming in here, I was feeling really confident, and we kind of got lucky again where, yeah, people were driving a little erratic with how accurate they were driving. I mean, me included in qualifying, to be honest. But all in all, some clean driving, no foolery going on with people taking each out on purpose. And as you can see now, we are going to just absolutely fly through this tricky section. Maybe not fly to league racing standards, but to rank play standards. You can see it's going to be more than enough to pull away from the DRS of the car behind. And just like that, we make it 3 for 3 in this video as we win a pretty cool sunset race here at Miami. And it literally took me about 15 minutes to search for another lobby. But as you can see, one of the lobbies I found that was not populated enough, we ran into the first time we have seen a master driver, which at first made me very jealous. I was like, I found some of their masters before me. I'm big jealous. And yeah, I was looking at the super license, and you will see here soon. Okay, I see no one else is joining this lobby. I know I'm going to be leaving it because, like I said, I've been sticking to my 6-player minimal rule. I ain't doing this 3-player races. That's just boring. And when I look at the stats here, look at he only has 4 wins, but he has 8 podiums, and he's only done 9 races. So. And he's had to pit 4 times for wing damage? What? You know, this, I don't know about you guys. I want to be corrected if wrong. But I don't see how it's possible at all to get Masters in 9 races. I'm calling BS here. I'm officially calling it BS. There's some tomfoolery going on. Because I saw later he was racing small sessions. He would ready up and race the small sessions. And I thought, there's no way. Because the best placement you can get is Silver 2. That would mean he would have to get a perfect placement in his 5 races. And then promote 5 times in the next 4 races to get to Masters, all while doing so not even winning half the races, and not even racing in full lobbies either. I do not see any way that it is possible for that to happen. I am calling BS, so I am still saying that we have not seen any legit Masters yet. There is no way it is possible to get Masters in 9 races. Please, someone correct me if I'm wrong on any of this in the comments section below. But I saw that, and it did honestly blow my mind. And speaking of blowing my mind, it blew my mind we got a track that wasn't Miami or Austria. We got Hungary, a track I've already said how much I like. I've already had a lot of success here. And yeah, going from low downforce tracks like Austria and Miami to high downforce, you can see threw me off my game there immediately. And yeah, it throws me off here. I'm oversteering into the corners. I'm underestimating the amount of grip I have. It's a big transition going from low downforce tracks to high downforce tracks in this game. But hey, no excuses. I got to be ready for any track at any time if I want to be an elite driver and get to Masters like I plan on doing. But all in all, while the lap hasn't been perfect, it's been free of any large errors and invalidations, which is the most important thing. But now, as the lap goes on, I am progressing more and more in how used to I am to the setup. And yeah, as you can see, sectors 2 and 3 are a lot more solid than sector 1 was, to say the very least. And I'm looking in the top left, which is something I remember to do now, and I'm seeing, hey, I'm still pole position right now. Just chill out, finish out the lap nice and smooth, and not make any dumb mistakes and have to start from the back again. While I am on a streak of winning races while starting from the back, I want to make things as easy for myself as possible. Heading into this race, I was not mentally relaxing though, because I only got pole position by half a second, which is a decent amount, but to our standard, we've been getting pole position by a second or more. And I know that I've had a very bad lap in all honesty, so I'm really mentally focusing on making sure I put in some good laps to not make this race that shouldn't be competitive and allow it to be competitive, if I worded that correctly. But I'm sure you guys get what I mean. We get a good start here. We don't get beamed into turn 1. We haven't had any dirty drivers in this episode of Road to Masters, thankfully, which is great for me, but I'm sure all the viewers are like, I want to see Logan get beaten some more, so F you guys for wanting that. But yeah, sorry to break y'all's hearts here, but no tomfoolery going on here, no people taking me out on purpose. We go 4 for 4 in this episode. We got promoted to Gold 2. We've won 4 in a row now, at least. I actually don't remember off the top of my head if we ended on a win in the last episode. But yeah, we went 4 for 4 in this episode. We're 2-0 in races as someone in Gold 2, and we're really looking to get on a roll now. Hopefully we can keep this going all the way to the top, and hopefully I can find some more lobbies during the week so I can keep this Road to Masters pumping out. Because like I've been saying, I want to get there as fast as possible. Not because I don't enjoy it, just because I like that kind of bragging rights of getting Masters very early in a new game and doing so in as few races as possible. It's a fun little challenge for myself that I like to do every year since 2019 when I first got Masters. So yeah, this will conclude this episode. You can see we're still Gold 2, got that perfect safety rating, and we're going to keep this momentum going. Nothing's going to stop us now.